are on our way to the Pilot or the Flying J to get fuel, top up my reefer, and then I'm going to wait it out there for a little bit, maybe for a few hours, and then I'm going to make my way over to my first stop, which is in Whittier. Welcome everyone to my channel. If you're viewing for the very first time, my name is Trucker Ray. I travel the highways of North America, and I love to share the gospel of Yeshua. And for those of you that have been here before, welcome back. Pleasure to have you here on part 2 of my trip into California. It is very hot today. It's 42 to 45 degrees Celsius, and we haven't even dropped into the valley yet. That sounds pretty scary. I can only imagine how hot it is there. But it is very warm out here. You do not want to be driving around out here. No air conditioning. That would be very, very bad. So, anyway, I told you guys before that the shipper was, or the signee was going to let me park there. Well, it's a good thing I called back. Something tell me to call back. Probably was the Lord. And I said, can you confirm that I'm able to park in this lot? And they says, no, we close the gate at night, so you won't be able to get in. So I'm like, oh, great. Now what? Oh, okay, well, I could probably park on the road. So I did the Google map street view, and it shows that I can actually park on the street. There's lots of oil spots on the street, which shows me that trucks have parked there before. So I'm going to see if I can get a spot on the street. That's all I can do, right? All I can do. Exit 178 is what I want. Fortunately, we are able to fill up at either, I think it's a Pilot over here and a Flying J over here. I'm going to go to the one over here. That's the one I'm used to going to. Yeah, you got several truck stops over here. You've got a TA. That TA holds about 300 trucks. And, of course, you got the Flying J, and you got or the Pilot here. Maybe I'll just go to the Pilot. Yeah, I think I'll just go to the Pilot. Or did I have an issue here before? I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'll just go to the Pilot. Hopefully there's not much of a line up there.
Turn left, then take ramp right.
Yeah, I'll just go to the Pilot. Yeah, that TA there, that's a big truck stop over there. I think I've been to that one before. There's a Love's over here too. You've got everything on this corner. Everything. But with that traffic jam and everything that was going on yesterday, there was no way I was even going to risk trying to look for parking. No way, Jose. And man, I'm going to get out of here, and I am going to be just hit with a heat wave. Any bays open? Ooh, look at that. Ooh, isn't that sweet? My dear friends, it's even in the shade. Come on, my friend. Hurry. There you go. We have made it. We have made it. And at the same time, I think we're going to top up all of our fluids, including our DEF, reefer, everything. buddy. You better get out of the way, buddy. You gotta learn how to merge. Yeah. Almost ended up on the grass there. I have to take this turn. Now the big test will be whether or not we are going to have any kind of parking, which I'm really hoping we will. Really hoping we will. Tell me I can turn left here. We are at our very first stop, and I double checked to see which entrance. There's two entrances, and mine's B, and it's that one, so I went over and turned around, so this way I just have to in. My appointment's for 7 a.m. and I'll probably have to have the air conditioning on tonight. It gets a little bit kind of muggy in here when I don't have it running. Anyway, that's it for tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed the ride here. I thought it was a lot of fun, especially in these little towns. And this is the time to be doing this at this late at night when you don't have to deal with so much traffic. So I'm glad I made it here. Thank you, Lord. And I'll see you guys in the morning. Well, good morning. I am in the dock right now at the first stop. And they are unloading me. And looks like I probably will be able to get to my second stop at the appointed time, which is 10 a.m. Even though it looks like that might be fun to get into that place. Had an interesting evening. I was parked out front here in front of the building. A lot of shady characters driving up and down the road with their lights off, and guys with like 21, 25-year-olds running around on BMX bikes very slowly and circling their vehicles, and I'm like, how am I going to get any rest tonight? So I was just thinking, okay, well, I got to get some sleep, and hopefully, you know, I took my GPS off and I hid everything just so there wasn't something in the window saying, hey, take me. And of course I kept my hammer nearby. But it was a bit of an interesting evening. I got 6 hours of rest because I was more or less watching everybody to see what they were doing. One guy pulled in front of me and was looking at some vehicle, and he parallel parked next to it and sat there with his lights off for like 10 minutes. I'm like, what's this guy doing? And then I guess he decided to leave. Maybe he was thinking of doing something to the car, realized I was in the truck over there because he might have seen me, I don't know. But yeah, just a very, very fun evening. So, I'm trying to figure out where I'm going after my last delivery, which will be at noon. Hopefully they will have something for me, because tomorrow's a holiday, and if they don't have anything for me, I'm going to be out here until probably Thursday. Remnants of the last time I was out here in California, where I was out here for 3 days. It's the luck of the draw that I end up out here on the holiday, but it's because of that meatpacking plant that everything is messed up this week because they couldn't get the weights right. So we'll just have to patiently wait and see. Hopefully the planner has something for me where at least I can get out of the LA area. And if they want to send me down into that other area where that really nice place was, you know, the place with the carousel where I went. I can't remember, La Costa or something. I can't remember what it was. Di Costa or something. That was a nice place. I wouldn't mind spending a day out there, but certainly not out in the East LA area when I'm done. Well, we are on our way. First stop complete. And now we head to our second stop. I was in touch with my line haul boss. Really nice guy. His name is Les. Always enjoy talking to him. He's got a good sense of humor. And he does care about the drivers. You can tell that by talking to him. He's gonna see what he can about getting me out of the LA area at least when I'm done. Because some produce companies have given them the runaround really bad. There's a lot of drivers sitting around waiting, especially in Arizona. So everyone's getting runaround this weekend or this week. I don't know if it has anything to do with the 4th of July weekend. People just want days off or what, but yeah, it's not a good thing. So this GPS has got to kick in here and tell me which way to go here pretty quick here. Okay. Anyway, so we're on our way to stop number 2. I'm almost at my second stop here. I did call them ahead and they said I could come in early. My appointment's for 10. They said if you want to come in now, that's great. So that's good news for me. Just give me try don't pass the place. I don't know if there's too many options to turn around up here. That's why it's really good to look at the street view ahead of time on Google. And it gives you an idea. It might even be right in there where that U-Haul is turning in. Because I recognize the building. That's why it's really important.
Arriving at destination on right.
Yeah, this is the one where I thought it was going to be a lot of fun to get into. Yeah. Sorry there, buddy. You're going to have to back up or something because I don't... What a funny place this is. And the nice thing is when you got the big truck, they get out of your way. Okay, so this meat place is supposed to be up here somewhere. I don't know. They don't have much of a loading dock. What are they going to do? Hand bomb this stuff off? No, it's my mother, my dear mother. I'll have to talk to you later, sweetie. I've got to find this place, and it's right there. I don't know if they got a loading dock. Oh, they do, but it's right into the building. I knew this was going to be fun. I had a feeling. There it is there, C&H Meat Co. Charming little place. I had a feeling there was going to be a lot of vehicles in the way. Oh my gosh. I'll get in there, that won't be an issue. Alright, I am done my second stop. And which is funny because right now it's 10 a.m. That's when I was supposed to be at my second stop. So I'm ahead of schedule, which is really good. And I just called my last stop and they told me if I show up earlier, the earlier the better. So everything's going pretty smooth right now, which is quite unusual. Doesn't usually work. Ooh, there's a truck wash right there. Oh well, doesn't matter. I'll find another one somewhere. There's a blue beacon that's over at just on the outside of LA, probably very close to where I'm going to be going. So I can always just get the trailer wash, because that's what you do when you have a meat load or any kind of a load. You should generally, even no matter what kind of a load it is, you should always get your trailer washed out. A lot of these produce people, that chances are that's what I'm going to be picking up out here in California. They want the trailer washed out. They want it clean, and that's, you know, part of what we have to do. So yeah, something that was on my mind yesterday. I don't know why this came up, but I was at a truck stop, and I had locked my door and everything. I went inside, I came back, and I realized I had my spare key in my pocket, which is a good thing, because sometimes you're at the truck stops and it's really hot. You leave the truck running, you leave the air conditioning going. And I wanted to make mention of this. For those of you that are getting into this industry, I really strongly recommend that when you get your first truck, whether you own it or whether it's a company truck, always make sure you have a second key on you all the time. Just a second key in your pocket. I always have a second key, because I've seen other drivers that accidentally lock themselves out at a fueling pump, and now they have to call the company to find a way to get into the truck. And I always have a spare key on me. It's very convenient if you leave the truck running when you're at a truck stop, because you need to run the air conditioning. You just lock it with your spare key. Or in case you accidentally lock yourself out, you can get back into your truck. So highly recommend it. If a company says no, you can't have a spare key, then talk to someone higher up and ask them, or just go get a key cut yourself. It's for the purpose of making sure you don't get locked out, and saving the company some money, because you know, it can happen. You hit this lock button over here, and all of a sudden all the doors lock, and now you're hooped. So, word of advice, make sure you always have a spare key in your pocket. And I'm sure a lot of the professional drivers that have been in this for a while know all about that. Anyway, we're on our way to our final stop. Cargill Distribution in Norwalk, California, which is about 19 miles from here. Well, I made it into Newark, or Aardvark, or whatever you want to call it. I think I've been to this Cargill before. This area looks familiar. Traffic hasn't been all that bad, actually. I guess I must be going in the right direction, or you don't have to worry about too much of the traffic. But yeah, we're almost at our final stop. It's one thing that I do like about this area, these areas, and that is the heritage style. Look at the styles of these buildings, with the palm trees here and everything. Nice Spanish design. I like it. Looks really cool. We gotta get some of those palm trees for Wendy. She'd probably never plant them at her place, though. Maybe she would. And get her daughter Amber to talk her into it, maybe. Yeah. Maybe Ashley would like that too, I'm not sure.
In 1¼ miles, turn right.
Anyway, we are almost here. This looks like a nice little community here. A lot nicer than the one I stayed last night. Really, I know. Look at the stuff on the back of that guy's vehicle. Oh my gosh. Woo! What I'm looking for is up on the right. Yeah, they got one of those. Hopefully they got a scale at this one. The Damco out in Delta, they always overload your trailer all the time. No scale or nothing. I remember when I worked for Transex, I'm like, no. Looks like coming up on it here. And I think I'm going to park myself on the side here. And yeah, I think the place I'm looking for is going to be just up here. I like it how it says no parking at any time, but where else are you supposed to go, right? And I don't know if I like that loading dock. Looks like it's... Maybe I might have to go around the block. Let's see if I can. It's a royal pain in the butt to have to go all the way around. I can't remember if it's on the other side or what. Can't see the loading bays. It might be right in here. I'm gonna have to go up there and take a look. I am gonna make my way in here. Door number 4. I'm gonna have to blindside in because there is no other way to go in here. Gotta love it when you're blocking all the traffic. This is the way nobody wants to go in. Jeez. Let's see how well we do this. Come on, baby. Come on, go, Gutless. Come on. There you go. Okay. How did we do? Oh, not bad for blindsided. We're almost there. Okay. I'm gonna have to find a way to open my doors. Okay, I'm all done here. Third stop complete. Now I've got to find a way to turn around here. Maybe not. Don't know where I'm going to be going after this. I'm going to be heading to the to a truck wash to get the truck cleaned out. Then I might stop at the pet. I might stop at the Petro to top up my fuel, and then I was advised to go to the same place and park there for the day, and probably most of tomorrow. But that is a very congested, overly crowded truck stop, and I am probably going to make my way to a different one. That's just outside. That's just outside of town, just a little bit. So just to avoid all that, because it's the week. Well, it's not the weekend, but it's a holiday, and I can just imagine how busy it's going to be.
In 1/2 mile, turn right, then take
at that truck stop. Everyone waiting to deliver a load the next day. It's going to be packed. And besides, they charge you $20 to park there for 24 hours. So if I can save the company a little bit of money and park somewhere else, I'd rather do that. Okay, I am all done here at the truck wash. And trailer's all cleaned out, washed out, and I did receive a pre-plan. But that pre-plan is not until the 5th at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah, because of the holiday. Because of the 4th of July, gotta sit around. I will get layover for it, but still a bit of a pain in the butt. So I'm gonna get as far out of town as I can. I got about 70 miles to go, and then I'm gonna make my way to the pilot on the top of the hill. I think it's on the, I believe it's on the top of the Grapevine. And why are you signaling, Ray? You're going straight. And we can get our fuel there. I just don't want to be around this area when it comes time to leave, because it's just going to be really, really ugly trying to get anywhere. So you never know, I may even be able to pull off a reset, because I think where I need to go is in Fresno, and then from there I make my way through Reno, and at least this time I'll be going through the area when it's night, when it's nice. So, and I don't have very many hours. I only have 4 hours and 52 minutes, so I'm gonna try to work it out that by the time I get there I can do a reset. And it's getting warm out here. It's 32. It's not terrible, but it's still getting warm. So just glad to be moving, but I know that's gonna probably actually I think I should be heading towards rush hour traffic, so hopefully the traffic won't be as bad. I just got out of a traffic jam that took me an hour to drive 4 miles. I kid you not, 4 miles, it took me an hour. Well, good afternoon and happy 4th of July to all of you that reside in the beautiful country of America, the United States of America. I wanted to personally say happy 4th of July to you. I'm in Wheeler Ridge. That's where I ended up stopping for the night at the TA over here. Made my way here last night. And just been kind of relaxing today, doing a lot of paperwork, working on my videos, and just enjoying some amazing sunshine. And I'll tell you something, this is a very, very big truck stop too. It is, I think it will house 300 trucks. Very, very empty right now because probably a lot of the drivers are spending time with their family on this 4th of July. And It's very, very beautiful. I don't really know what's out here as for towns nearby, but I'm really hoping that maybe I'll get a chance to view a little bit of fireworks tonight when the sun goes down. There's some waterfront over that way there, so you never know. Wherever there's water, there's usually a little town, so maybe we might get a chance to see a little bit of fireworks tonight. I can only hope. I wanted to share a little bit with you guys, just a little bit here. I'm going to do a little bit more later on as well. But I was doing some studying in the book of Proverbs, and I was trying to pull out all the verses that were regarding fear of the Lord. And I wanted to read a little bit of it for you, because I found it very amazing that as you read through all the highlighted parts in the entire book of Proverbs that I have, it almost tells a bit of a story. And I'm going to do an After God's Own Heart on this, but I wanted to share a little bit with you. For those of you that enjoy that series, it'll give you something to look forward to. So, right from the very first chapter of Proverbs, there's a lot. Solomon talks a lot, and I'm assuming he is the only author of the book of Proverbs. Maybe there might be another author, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it's Solomon. And he does talk a lot about the wisdom of the Lord, the fear of the Lord, and I just wanted to share. And I'm going to go through maybe 3 chapters. I'm not reading all of the chapters, just my little highlighted parts here for those of you that enjoy hearing the Word of God, and I know there's a lot of you out there that do. So, starting in the very first chapter of Proverbs, I highlighted verse 7, and it says, "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction." That is so true, isn't it? Have you ever tried to tell somebody, give someone advice, and they just don't want nothing to do with it? Well, need I say more? And we move over to verse 28. "Then they will call on me, but I will not answer. They will seek me diligently, but they will not find me, because they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord." This is regarding people who did not want to listen to wisdom. Down to chapter 2, "My son," or actually, let's go back to 33 and then I'll go into chapter 2. "But whoever listens to me will dwell safely and will be secure without fear of evil." And then down to chapter 2, "My son, if you receive my words and treasure my commands within you, so that you incline your ear to wisdom and apply your heart to understanding. Yes, if you cry out for discernment and lift up your voice for understanding, if you seek her as silver and search for her as for hidden treasures, then you will understand the fear of the Lord." Her is referring to wisdom. "And find the knowledge of God, for the Lord gives wisdom. From his mouth come knowledge and understanding. He stores up sound wisdom for the upright, he is a shield to those who walk uprightly. He guards the path of justice and preserves the way of his saints. Then you will understand righteousness and justice, equity, and every good path." I'm going to stop right there. Just reading this, and I'm going to do the full thing on an After God's Own Heart episode for those of you that really want to hear this, because it's quite amazing. When it talks about, for those of you that are new to this, for those, even for the baby Christian that doesn't quite understand the fear of the Lord, God's not asking us to shake in our boots. He wants us. Solomon is talking about reverence, looking at him with awe, recognizing who he is. He is the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. He is the one who created the entire universe. He is the one that created your DNA strand. He can totally, he created everything that you see, all the stars, all the planets, all the universes. And we know there's billions of planets out there. There's billions of solar systems out there. He created all of it by speaking it into existence. If you cannot have a reverence or a fear of the Lord to someone who can do that, I don't know what else to say. It's called having an absolute respect for God, just being in awe of him and what he can do, and knowing that he loves us. Now think of the size of the universe. Think of the size of the galaxy compared to the size of me or you. Like a piece of dust. But he loves us. He loves this piece of dust. He loves us. Absolutely loves us. and wants a relationship with us. Think about that. How honorable and how amazing is that? How amazing is that? Think of how exciting it is for, say, a sports team who wins the Stanley Cup, or it's a tradition every year that whoever wins the Stanley Cup in the U.S. goes to the White House to meet the president. Think how amazing that must be for that sports team to be able to meet the president. Imagine meeting the God who created everything. Unbelievable. One day I will meet my Lord Yeshua, and I hope you do too. I really do. I hope you turn your life and your will over to Him. And if you ever want to know how do you do that, just send me an email at truckerray at, I think it's truckerray. I don't even remember what it is. That would not be good if I sent you the wrong email address. Because you know what? And for those of you that also want to interact and just talk, I'm always happy to chat with you guys if you like. Yeah, it's truckerray with the number 7. Truckerray with the number 7 at gmail.com. If you want to know how to be saved, if you want to know more, or even have a question for me, I'd be happy to answer it for you. Well, I'm going to relax, sit back, and enjoy this beautiful weather. It's gorgeous out on this beautiful 4th of July out here in Wheeler Ridge, California. Leaving Wheeler Ridge on my way to Fresno, and
in 1¼ miles, keep left.
It is a very nice day out here today. It was a nice stop over there at the TA. That's actually a really nice truck stop. They got some decent food in there, and it's very clean. The bathrooms were really clean. Showers clean. It was a good stay. I'd definitely stay there again. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, so anyway, my appointment, I'm supposed to stage myself, check in by 4 o'clock. You know, these places may not get out of there until 11 o'clock tonight. I'm not even expecting to get very far today, so maybe I'll get a couple hours. I don't know. We'll see. Find out. At our shipper. It's just observing this cemetery on the left-hand side. It's just huge. Big cemetery. Veterans Liberty Cemetery. Really? Wow. At least that's part of it. Well, several of them in a row. That's what it is. It's pretty big. Baby. of cherry trees on the right. Okay, is this the entrance? Absolutely no what? There's a plant in the way, I can't read. That must be the entrance for cars. No trucks. If you get that plant out of the way, we may be able to read that.
Arriving at destination on
Truck
left.
entrance. Here we are. Thank you. Oh, where do you check in? Oh, I see a truck over there, so I think I'm just gonna take that spot right there. And it looks like there's another H&R truck here. Another guy with super singles on. Do-do-do. And I am gonna park right next to this other truck while I have an opportunity. You know, I might have even been here before. This place looks really familiar. But then again, a lot of these places, they all look familiar. Good morning to you. I am just leaving the area of my shipper. I had to spend the night there because I ran out of hours. I checked in at 2:30 yesterday afternoon. Didn't get out of there. Well, they didn't have me finished until about almost 11 p.m. Sat there for almost close to 8 hours. Their 4 o'clock appointment, they did not obviously honor. Which is quite typical at these places. They don't have a lot of regard for the drivers sitting out there waiting. So, a little disappointing. My first trip back, I have to sit in California at a loading dock for 8 hours again. It just goes to show that these things are beyond the company's control. No matter what they can promise you, or any of these companies for, you know, that promise you, you know, things are going to be good, blah, 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 whatever. It doesn't matter because these companies that you go and get loads from, they have the driver in the palm of their hand. They can do whatever they want. It doesn't matter. They're not going to lose anything by making you sit there a whole day. It won't matter to them. Anyway, at least I'm moving now. I have a ton of paperwork. Like, look at all this. I have like just 2 items on this truck, and I have a ton of paperwork that I still have to send out. I told myself I'm doing it later. I'm not doing it now. I need to try to get through Sacramento as fast as I can before the rush hour gets really, really bad. So, I'm hoping I can get, well, I gotta deal with Donner Pass, but that's about the only real hill I have, so I'm really, really hoping that I'll try to get at least 600 miles in today. Yeah. Anyway, at least we're moving. At least we're moving. it's just after 5, and I am going to be stopping for the day in Battlefield Mountain, whatever it's called, in Nevada, because if I go any further, the timing does not work out that I'll have a decent place to stop for the night. I may end up on the side of a road, and I really don't want to do that. So, and also, I'm having some kind of an issue with my steering. Like, when I'm driving at a pretty good pace, I just have to turn my wheel a little bit like this or like that, and it feels like it's going and I don't know why it's doing that, and it almost makes me think that maybe it's something's dirty in there and it needs to be lubed. I don't know. So I've called Penske, and they're probably going to send someone over to just double check and make sure there's nothing wrong with the steering and everything's fine. At least I'm hoping they'll get someone here. And I did some research on this little truck stop up here. Of course, everyone likes to get bad reviews on these places. I don't know what it's going to be like, but you know, it's a truck stop's a truck stop. What do you want from it, right? I think this is the one here. Yeah. I don't know if there's parking on the other side. That's not good. I'm losing everything around here. Chelsea's picture again. It's always her picture to fall down. Always her picture. Jeepers. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is a terrible parking lot. And they're supposed to have some kind of Wi-Fi here. I don't know if they do or not. I was hoping they might, because it'll give me an opportunity to upload my video, finish uploading the video. But I don't see any antennas around here, so I have no idea. One way to find out is just to check it and see if anything comes up. Yeah, so I got the breakdown guy is going to be coming over and see if they can at least take a peek at it and see what's going on. It wasn't doing this yesterday. Just started doing it today while I when I started my day. I just don't understand how these things happen, right? Yeah, their signal is pretty well dead. Let's see here if we can get a little closer, maybe it'll be a little bit stronger. And also I want to make sure that I'm in a place where that service vehicle can get to me. This place looks pretty tiny. I don't even know where the Wi-Fi connection would even be. My gosh, are you kidding me? Now my microwave falls out? That's my microwave hitting the ground. My goodness, are you kidding? What else is next? Well, there's plenty of parking here, but I don't think that Wi-Fi is going to be any good. Yeah, there's plenty of parking here. And now their Wi-Fi totally disappeared. Oh, it's a little bit better. Anyway, I'll figure it out. But first things first, should put my microwave back in its spot. I don't know how it fell out. That's ridiculous. Good morning, everyone. Another beautiful day out here in Nevada. I stopped at this little truck stop out here, the Broadway Flying J. Not a bad place. It's pretty funny. You read the reviews. Everyone always has something bad to say. Actually, I found it quite pleasant here. It wasn't that bad. It was quiet. Bathrooms were reasonably clean. Had a little restaurant over there where they had some pizza. The pizza wasn't bad. It was a little greasy, but you know, overall, it was not a bad place to stop. So I would probably stop here again. It wasn't anything horrifying. So the guys leaving the comments on that trucker app. What's it called again? Anyway, it doesn't matter. There's always somebody complaining about something. Wanted to start my morning with a psalm. If you guys would like to read along with me, I will put the words on the screen. You don't have to get out your Bible. I'm going to be reading from New King James. I thought it might be nice to actually have a reading in the morning, and kind of get us going. How far am I going to get today? I'm going to try to get to Butte, Montana today. That's what I'm going to try to do. That way I have 7 hours to go on Sunday to get into Calgary, get there about noon. Probably will be the only load for me. That'll give me a little bit of time to pick up a few extra supplies at Walmart on Sunday. Well, you never know. They might have another load for me to go up right away. I don't know. All right, Psalm 4. Verse 1, here we go. Hear me when I call, O God of my righteousness. You have you have relieved me in my distress. Have mercy on me and hear my prayer. How long, O you sons of men, will you turn my glory to shame? Sorry, that thing activates with voice and I didn't say anything close to making it turn on. How long, O you sons of men, will you turn my glory to shame? How long will you love worthlessness and seek falsehood? But know that the Lord has set apart for himself him who is godly. The Lord will hear when I call to him. Isn't that nice? But know that the Lord has set apart for himself him who is godly. I got a long way to go from being godly, but if you're a godly person, God sets you apart for himself. That's very, very comforting, isn't it? He sets those who are godly apart for himself. I just really like how that's worded there. Verse 4, or should I? Yeah, I'll finish this. The Lord will hear when I call to him. He sets apart those who are godly, and he will hear them when they call to him. Verse 4, be angry and do not sin. Meditate within your heart on your bed and be still. Verse 5, offer the sacrifices of righteousness and put your trust in the Lord. There are many who say, who will show us any good? Lord, lift up the light of your countenance upon us. You have put gladness in my heart, more than the season that their grain and wine increased. Wow. You have put gladness in my heart, more in the season than that their grain and wine increased. That's quite a bit. I will both lie down in peace and sleep. For you alone, O Lord, make me dwell in safety. Isn't that nice? Write that one down. Very short one. It's only 8 verses. Psalm 4. For you alone, O Lord, make me dwell in safety. That's very comforting, isn't it? Lord, I pray that you will assist me on my way to Butte today. I pray, Lord, that you will protect those on the road. You will protect me on the road. And would you bless and watch over everyone watching this video right now. In Jesus' name, Yeshua, our Messiah. Amen. All right, let's go. stop is full almost. Any decent parking anyway. I was hoping to get a good Wi-Fi connection, but I don't know how that's going to work. I'm trying to get this video that I made uploaded, but I just don't seem to have a whole lot of luck. It's taking forever, because every place I go to, there's barely any good kind of a connection. Oh, there's a spot right there, but I'm going to go up here, because I'm guessing their little transmitter is probably right in front of their building. Well, my friends, I hope you've enjoyed the trip. I really don't know how good this signal is going to be where I am. I hope you enjoyed the ride here. Anyway, it's quite beautiful driving through Idaho and Montana. Beautiful countryside, it really is. And yeah, we're just going to kind of relax and hopefully get a video uploaded for you guys tonight. So, see you guys in the morning. Good morning, everyone. I am just leaving Butte. Stayed over at the Flying J over there, just off the I-15. Got some good rest last night. Was hoping to get a video uploaded for you guys. The Wi-Fi was only good in the driver's lounge, and I was not going to sit up there for 3 hours. Not a whole lot to do up there. There's guys up there watching the sitcoms, and I don't find that stuff interesting at all. You ever see that? You tune into a sitcom, and you're like, you know, I've never seen this before. I'm kind of wondering what it's all about. And you watch about 5 minutes of it, and all the laugh tracks come on, and people in the room are all laughing. And I'm like, I don't find this funny. I just don't find it funny. Actually, I find it crude. And it's almost insulting that everyone's laughing. I'm not going to say it that way. I don't want to sound stuck up, but it's an insulting to my intelligence when a laugh track is laughing at a joke that is not even funny, and everyone else is laughing at it. I'm like, I just don't understand why I don't find this amusing or funny. But anyway, so they were watching that stuff up there, and I just, you know, I wasn't going to sit up there for 3 hours waiting for a video to upload. So when I get parked tonight for the night in Calgary, I know a couple hot spots that I can probably get it finished and uploaded for you guys tonight, and you'll have a video for Monday morning. It's a long ordeal, it really is. You know what? Butte is a very, very nice area. It's a mining town. And as you can see on the left-hand side here, if you can see further over, if they had a pull-out up here, I could show you that they've been mining this side here, this mountain here, I don't know for how many years and years and years and years. But Butte is a mining town, and it is a very beautiful view when you're up top here. There's a lot of places in Montana that have amazing views. Butte, Billings. First time you drive to Billings along the I-90, it'll take your breath away when you see the view of the entire town. It's quite beautiful. Anyway, hoping to get into Calgary about 6 o'clock, 6:30 p.m. And I'm going to make my way to Walmart, get some supplies, and then park myself for the night and get a video uploaded for you, hopefully. And I don't know where they got me going from here, but I've got, I'll have about 40 hours left, so at least I'll have enough to get to where I'm going. And then I'll have to do a quick reset and then head back. So hopefully they'll have a load for me tomorrow. All right, just left the Pilot or the Flying J, topped up all my fuel, and reefer fuel too, because I'm dropping this over at Loblaws in Calgary, and I shouldn't have to put any more fuel in it later on. It should be fine. Been a very nice day today. I should be at the border soon. Not soon, probably another hour and a half at least. Maybe more, maybe 2 hours. But I thought I would share with you guys my thoughts on my first trip back with the company. And things kind of didn't go all that well at the beginning because of the meatpacking plant, as you know. They messed up the load so bad. And then I ended up in California, delayed one day, and because of it, I got stuck down there because of the 4th of July holiday. So a lot of this could have been avoided by some certain people at a meatpacking plant if they knew what they were doing when it came to loading your vehicle. I talked to a few other drivers and they said they're always having that issue at that plant. So what can you do, right? But overall, I've been very happy to be back out here again. It's beautiful sunny weather, and I know I'm gonna have to deal with the winter again and all that. But I'm just looking at all of this with a different attitude. That, you know what, this is a ministry that I have out here, and I also have an opportunity to bring certain parts of the country to people who can't get out. And I enjoy doing that, I really do. And it's just a part of me that wants to give that experience to those who don't have an opportunity to see it. I'm really hoping they can get me a load. I was supposed to go to Arizona on this other load, but they switched me to California. But I asked the planner if they could put me on another load that's not in California, just so I can get my some miles back and catch up on what I lost this week. Hopefully they'll give me something into Arizona, and I'll be able to experience some of that beautiful countryside together with you. So we're about 80 miles away from Shelby, and yeah, maybe about, I don't know what that comes to, about 2.5 hours away from the border. And then once I get back, I'm going to drop this trailer and then go get some supplies and get ready for tomorrow. Hopefully they'll have a load for me tomorrow. Hopefully. Can't afford to sit around.